do you really care about? That's what it's gonna all come back down to. What's like, what is the real important things that we should be focused
Count
on?
down, and then I'll play the music.
And then you're gonna open it up as an intro.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode, I'd like to say 50, but I've changed hosts. Me and Phoebus have been doing this for about a year and a half now. So I'll just say episode 50. We'll start counting in the next few months. Anyways, welcome to another episode of Balance of Opinions with your guy. I do go by King, but now I'm going by Kang ECG, all right? And my guy, Phoebus. All right?
P to the H to the B, E to the B to the U to the S. Bus.
Oh, now, new setup. We're at the crib, but it's gonna get better. Anyways, let's talk about, because we haven't been doing this for a minute. Let's talk about Puff Daddy. Now, you know, for me, Fee, it's Holly weird. It's been Holly weird. There's been stories of Puff Daddy. I mean, you guys can go look it up. Biggie's video with the trans, you know.
Oh yes, I did see that actually. There was some that just
Yeah,
popped up right after all
everything.
the allegations started showing up. They looked into Biggie's past.
Right. And then, you know, people are trying to make it seem like Puff Daddy's the only one doing this, but his zaddies, which I like to call them the zaddies, are in the corporate world, right? You know,
That too. I mean, all that money that's being thrown out there, that's really what's happening with everybody right now. The fame, the glory, the videos, the spotlight, the crowds, you know.
the
what I'm saying?
all
They're
white
falling
parties,
for it. They're falling
you know
for
what I
it.
mean? But Diddy's been showing us who he is for years.
You think so?
Man, bro,
You think so? All I
bro, think about people like, and I don't even want to say it like this because it makes me seem like a total arse.
Hold on, you let's break down something what you said though. You said we said there was the video with Biggie and the trans.
Yeah.
Like what was that whole operation? What was that there? Like were they really trying to get like viewers to feel that impression right at
I
that
don't
point?
think so. I think because it was the early '90s, it kind of was taboo. Like,
Oh yeah, for
because
sure.
you know, you see the girl go to the urinal, urinal with two guys, and they looking and they're like,
That's so you're saying it. I think it was more like discreet, more behind the covers or behind.
yeah. Well, you look at Cut Master C, right?
Nobody was
Like,
telling anybody that we're gonna just do this. You know, they just
you know,
hired
I
this
hate to
person.
scorn some of our nice black entrepreneurs slash, you know, accomplished actors and in the field of media, but Eddie Murphy, like, let's not forget about all these scandals, right? Like Michael Jackson. You know what I mean?
Some good
I'm not
ones.
gonna sit here and say he did do it or he didn't do it. All I'm gonna say is something happened. We just don't know. It's between him, the person, and God.
I mean, it's really looking like a hoax. You know what I mean? Because it's like the Trump hoax going on. You see how it goes on for 4 years, 8 years, or whatever. And so they did that with Michael Jackson.
But the thing is, we're living in an era now where media and information comes like that, like that. Like
So-
it's so, and a lot of times some of it's doctored, some of it's not doctored, some of it's completely utterly made up. Do you know what I mean? Like Puff Daddy having 1,000 water or 1,000 bottles of baby oil in there that is tainted with something.
I wonder why was that public? Why was that made public knowledge?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. All I can tell you is that, you know, it's look with the left so you don't see what's going on with the right.
Ah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like-
that ish has been going on since like the '90s, shall we say?
And you see like Meek Mill's been drug into it. You know, Now his sexuality is being questioned.
His own,
You know what I
that's
mean?
his own choices to want to put himself in a spotlight this for that and
Like
all of
Tupac
this.
said, only God could judge you now. I can't. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to give my opinion and state what I feel I can accept and what I couldn't accept as a person, as a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a father, and let the rest lay where it's at. You know what I mean? I'm not here to tell people this is right, that's wrong. But I am also trying to say, listen, if you have morals, you know what's right,
Well,
you know what's wrong.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm trying to say that was actually pretty wicked. That was what happened to Meek Mill. He was young and impressionable too. They brought him around the money and the girls too.
Usher,
You know
Bieber, come on,
let's talk about it. Because they were feeding their addictions. They were feeding their lust, right? They were feeding all of that. That's why as soon as you let one spirit or like addiction or something take over you or take you over, right? There's gonna be more. You become an alcoholic, you become a gambler, you become a violent person. They all, the more you keep going, is the more you're gonna add to yourself. Like the more evil you add to yourself, it's just the more you're gonna become more and more wicked. I could say until there's an utter end or somebody wants to stop you.
Yeah, I mean to a degree. I mean a lot of this stems from him suing the founder of Ciroc.
Oh,
right? So it was a liquor company where
do we have that?
No, we don't have that one per se. I wish we did. I wish I took a little bit more time yesterday. But Thanksgiving dinner, other family members coming over. We did like 2 days of Thanksgiving. Like, the first day was like, because little man had to go home early. So we tried to do like a whole family shindig. We did that, and then some other family members came over the next day, yesterday. And then it was like, my brother had to like remind me 7 times at like 12:30. Yo, send the stuff. And I'm like, yeah. And I still have to get everything ready for the other podcast, the Balance of Opinion Sports one, for Tuesday, which is tomorrow. So it's just like, my brain is fried. Like, I kind of just like, you seen even last second before we started this up, I was like, yo, let me find that. Boom. You know what I mean? And then now we got that. But, so he was suing, he is suing, or was suing, whatever.
Seems like it was.
Diageo, but it's the liquor company that owns Ciroc. Sure. He was an ambassador, right? Sure. So
this is the conspiracy, right? Because it's not.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew Schultz
right?
and Charlamagne talk about it as well. They go, okay, well, what these guys did was they wanted to get rid of him as what do you call that? Ambassador, right? Sure. They can't just get rid of you as an ambassador just cause. Okay. There has to be something that nullifies the contract. So guess what they did?
Breach the contract.
Guess what they did? Boom. They get an investigator, have him snooping around. Because remember, Diddy's been doing this for years. This isn't like 2002 Diddy.
Yo, it seemed like we're actually talking about bigger than Diddy, like for
We
real.
are. But Diddy is the catalyst right now for us to open. It's just like Epstein was the catalyst for us to open up the door on everybody else in their pizza parties.
What's the difference? What is the difference between Diddy and Hugh Hefner? Huh?
Hugh Hefner
was
did
publicly doing it,
but his was legal.
Playboy.
I'm sorry. Listen,
it was
Pum sells those magazines.
No, what is the difference? Because he had a mansion and he had the girls in the mansion. He didn't know if all of the girls were even over age. We didn't have any information right?
Let's break it down piece by piece first, sir. Okay?
Oh yes.
So piece by piece. First thing is,
sorry, Hef.
Hugh Hef was doing it legally.
What does that mean?
There was no sex like Puff Daddy's charged with sex trafficking. You know what? To be honest, I don't even believe
court in New York. They just tried to throw a bunch of charges at Donald Trump with no evidence, and they were trying to lock him down. They're still trying to lock him down with no evidence.
No, listen, I feel you, but you have to.
He's in New York too.
Yeah, but it's gonna get deeper.
Does he got a chance? Does he got a chance?
Well, he went on the lam. Like Richard Simmons. They dipped to a place that they couldn't get extradited from, and Diddy slipped up because he came back to New York for a meeting, and they caught him lacking. That's why he sent in the bag. You know,
Is it kind of lacking?
B, when they raided his house, Diddy cut. You know that, right?
Okay,
when they raided his house, Diddy said, see ya, I'm going to do the 100-yard dash.
Okay.
100 miles and running.
They say there's a couple other people on the run, too. There's like 2 people on the run.
Probably. But you know they're not really bigging up their names. They're bigging up Diddy because Diddy's the quote-unquote big fish. He's not, though. He's the little fish they're frying get the whale. To get the whale.
Nah, they
trying to get the rest of the piranhas.
I think they're trying to throw him overboard.
Nah, man. He was already thrown overboard.
And the homie who's close to him, honestly, is probably trying to do it for his power.
I don't think it's for the power.
Oh, it's always for power.
Like I said, he's suing the Ciroc, or the company that does Ciroc, and they wanted to get him out from being an ambassador because they were losing money. Because guess what? They're not beholden to the government like how he is. They can move however they want. Think about it, right?
So now I'm thinking
when bootlegging was outlawed, people were making their own juice on a regular, selling it all over the place, right?
Sure.
This is just America. We'll just say this is in America, right? Then when it became legal, all these companies and brands. Remember, he's an ambassador for Ciroc. He's making them mad money. When Diddy says
them seeing
they
with
see
the Ciroc bottle,
him being Ciroc, Puff Daddy. Like think about.
Was he a board member?
I don't think so. I just think he was an ambassador that was getting paid. But Diddy wanted more. Diddy wanted Ciroc to be his, and they said, "Listen, Negro, you can work for us, but you can't own us."
That sounds so for real. Yeah.
And he said, all right, cool. Went somewhere else. I started another liquor up and then turned around and tried to sue them. This is another reason why a lot of this stuff is coming out right now.
So now I'm thinking, like, did the liquor company interrupt their operation? Right? If the liquor company got sued and really doesn't know that Diddy has these tunnels and it has all this sex trafficking and it has all these other things going on, everybody in America may.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
This Ciroc was from another country, right?
Well, not another country, just a brand. Like,
where's it from? Where's Ciroc from?
I think it's from France.
Can we get that information?
Yeah, when you get a chance, bro, pull that up. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to that liquor company, they hired a private investigator to get the information to leak it to the feds. They themselves went to the feds and said, hey, take care of that.
Yeah,
you know
I believe that. And I believe that.
Straight up, just threw a paper on them.
Interrupt their whole scheme that was going on. That's what I'm saying. So maybe Diddy was going with these Diddy parties and bringing in and doing all the trafficking or whatever. Let's allegedly say this, right?
Hold on. They've got tapes. They said they found tapes.
Those tapes that I've already seen are pretty wild.
And Puff Daddy had recordings going on everywhere in this house, bro.
That's what he said.
Everywhere.
You know, they actually say, and I'm just leaving it as they because, like, you know, this is public knowledge that you can find on the internet if you're just looking for it, you know what I'm saying? So the public knowledge is saying, like, honestly, there was, like, some corporation leaders and some government leaders.
Oh, we gonna get into that. Don't worry.
Involved in that. And that could also be
what's going on, Brody? It's from France. That's what I figured.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't mess with the French on that.
It's not even but yet again, the company name is Diego or something. So, bro, if you could find it for me and just make sure that I was right. I know. I'm sorry.
That also solidifies my point when I'm talking about like the French interrupting what the schemes that were happening in America. And I'm gonna go back to the Cat Williams at the beginning of the year, who said everything's gonna be exposed.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though. Cat Williams, like,
said it all.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp. Thank you, Shannon.
Thank Cat Williams.
Yeah, and the camera guy. You know what I'm saying? The camera.
It's Diego? Or Diego, yeah. Okay, yeah. Diego. Yet again, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of this stuff, I do paperwork, and I got to get a laptop. I do, but a lot of times I just try to remember this stuff, and you know what I mean?
It's the best computer you
Yeah, you know what I mean? But, Yeah, so they yet again hired some private investigators, threw the stuff on the FBI like, hey, CIA, like, yo, listen, man, this is going on in your backyard. You know what I mean? Now, you think they didn't know? They knew. But when somebody like that, who's worth billions and trillions of dollars, goes, hey, we caught one of your fishes. You know, we caught one of your fishes in our pool, swimming around. They got to come through and, clean it up.
And I'm saying they're trying. This could be one of the bigger cover-ups of our time as somebody who's gonna go down for the whole.
Oh, Puff Daddy's not going out. You think Puff Daddy's going out by himself?
I know. No, they want him to.
But they can't.
Oh, they want him
They
to.
can't
For sure.
because You think he ain't got backups of those? You think that those are the only tapes he's got?
I just don't think they know where it is. That's why he's not gone.
Yeah, well, they're not. Listen, if he's going, he's doing the Nino Brown.
No, they're trying to.
If I'm going, I'm taking all y'all with me.
Yo, honestly, they're trying to. I don't wish death on no man. So I'm gonna say like they're trying to get him in prison. They're trying to have him down and go down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of other people that have to be involved in this.
Have to be. There are.
Have to be.
There are.
I was thinking off set. I was thinking like, he's a black man. He ain't building no tunnels. There ain't no way that Diddy's gonna spend time saying, this tunnel gotta go to your house, and this gotta go to your house, and this gotta go to your house. I don't think he has time to spend. No, man, he may have money, but there's people who have more money, and there are people who actually have intentions. Like, who's doing some real corrupt stuff? You would have to see, but it's like their whole justice system right now is going.
Hold on, the whole justice system is big corrupt. Yeah. Hold on, hold on, people. Let's not get this twisted because as Canadians,
are in with Diddy, they have to be Diddy in too. I'm telling you.
As Canadians, we're part of North America, so we are technically U.S. Okay,
their media for sure,
right? No, I'm just saying like in general, like there's Canada and then there's the United States, but we're all like when you look on the map, it's North America, right?
Man, he's trying to already sell out.
I'm not trying to sell out. I'm just being factual. There's a huge. Yo, trust me. When you guys listen to me, whether I'm on this podcast
right now, Canada is under a communist government right now.
Hey, so, listen. All I'm trying to say is, okay, is that their corrupt system is part of our corrupt system. Okay. Their country, just like ours, was built on murder, thievery, and
you
know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. The Aboriginal, the Native Americans, Indians, however you want to say it, this was their land.
This is a good time then to be.
They came through, they gave them the smallpox, all that stuff. Then they brought our ancestors over here. They stopped over in Cuba. They stopped over in Jamaica. They stopped over here. They stopped over and dropped some of our people off, and then dropped whoever they wanted to go off.
Dropped their people off. They dropped their people off over here and started splattering everybody.
Okay, now people, we're not trying to get again context and details, right?
Yeah, we definitely need details.
Context and details and everything we're saying.
It's easier if we can say that if the Aboriginal here first, right?
Yeah,
in Canada, and then they said that
North
English.
America. Let's go North America.
Sure, the English and the French came over here.
Yes.
Where were they?
In Europe.
They were in Europe for sure. So they sent they people over here. That's the point I was trying to get to.
Well, the point that I'm trying to get to is that regardless of how you look at it, this country, that country, North America was built on murder and I mean, great. You don't have to block that one out.
Okay.
Because that's a perma-ban right there. What I said, I'm sorry, people. Great. Okay? Great. Murder, solicitation, just all types of sinning. Let's not try to act like the way this world's been built has been holy. Okay?
So this is what we're talking. Is it big? It's bigger than Diddy.
Of course, it's always, but this Epstein.
The media allowing it to be on, they're blocking the truth right now
I wouldn't say they're
That
blocking
is-
the truth. They're telling their truth because they still want the elitists to have the luxuries that they have. I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. I said, these guys got so tired of regular eggs, okay? They got so tired of regular guanins that they had to make everything exotic. That's why these guys are doing these things. It's not because, they just woke up one day and wanted to be like this. They get so much money, they do so much of the same thing, I want to switch it up. So how do you switch it up? You start doing things that are far from normal. They're abnormal. You start going outside of the norms of social society.
Okay.
Because think about it this way.
So
The
how
Romans
are they
were into the same thing, bro.
Yeah, man.
And that's years,
That's what
hundreds of years
That's
ago.
what made them fall.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what made them fall.
Oh, they were going to fall regardless. Nothing stays for nothing.
As soon as they got into the debauchery, that's exactly the time when the actual empire fell.
But they were doing it behind and in open from time, bro.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Like the
Think about
90s to 2024. It was behind the scenes, and now it's right in your face.
yeah.
Took
That's-
40, how many? 40 years?
Well, 40 years.
34?
Something like that. But you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, all I'm trying to say is Diddy, Hollyweird has been something from time.
That's what we're saying.
From
We're
time.
saying-
If you look at the actors,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Dave Chappelle said, I'm not getting in no dress. Why do you think they had black men doing that? Remember, they had menstrual shows where they used to dress up as black people. So that's what I'm saying. This is not shocking to me.
But for money, fame, and so people were selling themselves out.
They're singing for their supper.
It's like how do you catch a slave? You got to use a slave to catch a slave or something like that. You have to use something like that.
You gotta think like a slave to catch one, right?
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but back to the whole Diddy thing now.
You think I'm just saying.
Diddy's not the ringleader, but Diddy was the conduit for them to do these things and have this fun because he was already known as a guy that threw lavish parties and did this and did that. Same thing with Epstein, right?
Everybody knew him.
Epstein had an island. They said, yo, we're going to break you off some bread. We need you to do this. Epstein said, probably at first he wasn't cool with it until he started seeing the bread. And then he started seeing the luxuries and the little things that he was getting from being a part of that society.
Well, and everybody thinking that nobody will find out.
Right? Because code words like pizza party and hot dogs and
gosh.
da-da-da-da-da. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? So now you look at what's going on with Puff Daddy, and yet again, it goes back to him suing that company. And as you rise in anything, you make enemies.
Yeah,
Right?
saying that-
Now, if you make the wrong enemies, when they see you at your weakest point, or like, they're going to come. When he settled that Cassie case, that was the first bullet lick off. Because they said, oh, he wounded. Because they know what he's like. When I beat the man settled fast, I think it was in litigation for months. The minute the news got a hold of it and said Cassie suing, the next day my boy paid that. Didn't want it in the news. Right? There's a bunch of people right now trying to sue Diddy. Oh yeah, Diddy did this. It's the same thing that happened with R. Kelly.
120 people.
Yeah, hold on, no. Same thing happened to R. Kelly. Same thing happened to Bill Cosby. I'm not saying these people are innocent. What I'm saying is people allow things to go as far as they want until something that they're doing they don't like. Bill Cosby was gonna buy a network. All of a sudden, 60 years ago, he's out here giving girls Quaaludes. You're telling me y'all didn't know that? You're telling me that when Richard Pryor told you was smoking rocks and doing coke and he had a room in his basement dedicated to doing that, and partying with other comedians and other actors and other people, y'all didn't know this was going on? You think these movies that we're watching aren't really based on true facts? True things that are going on? The names are changed. The scenario might be changed.
movies be
But
doing
these
that,
are
for
based on
sure.
things that are really
What
happening.
I'm saying, isn't that the delusion that they're trying to send out? Like they're trying to get everybody under this delusion to make all this wickedness okay.
Of course.
That's what I mean. At the end of the day, they're trying to make doing what's good the weird thing, and then doing the weird thing supposed to be the cool thing or something like that.
Think about it this way. Joe Budden
Huh?
says Joe Budden said like this. What is culture? Snoop Dogg is a gang member. And this is just not exactly verbatim, but pretty close. He goes, he look at everything, all the sponsorships Snoop has. Snoop was at the Super Bowl, crip walking, gang banging on stage. Right? Okay. The baby said something about a group of people they didn't like. Boy, they came for him quick, right?
Oh yeah.
But let me ask you a question. And this is viewers, when you guys see this clip, I need y'all to be honest. It's okay if you want to call me whatever you want to call me, but just be honest. Which one do you think is worse? Somebody who's promoting violence against their own people, or somebody that says, I'm not going to stand up because I don't believe in what you believe in, and I'm not going to reason foolishness? Which one do you think is worse?
Violence. Promoting violence to your own people is always worse. You already know. That's how we got here.
But Joe Budden says that they want us to stay in a box. You see what I'm saying? Oh, if we're out here rapping about drugs, girls, money, drug dealing, popping perks, and everybody's... Well, of course, but that's what I'm saying, right? Everybody's bouncing and having a good time, and we out here throwing our life away. That's what they want.
Well, yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
They want us to do
They want us to continue to
separate it because they want to... I mean, it started with us, let's say that, because they, in terms of what you're saying, they're using all of those things. They want us to sell that bad nature to our own people so that we destroy ourselves. But in that, we are the people who are like, we kind of influence a lot of the other nations, and like for real. And so to use us and destroy us, it only destroys all the other nations with what we're doing, as they also are influenced by what we're doing. And so the people behind the scenes is this. Phoebus, they got to be wicked.
Phoebus, what's the most copied thing in this world?
I would have to say the black man and the black woman.
So we are like, and you hear other rappers, you hear other people speaking up about this. I mean, even to go, I'm not trying to go too far away from it, people. I just want to show another example.
It's all Diddy.
It's all Diddy, but no, I'm just going to show you an example of like T.I. and Lil Boosie run up on their kids. They're doing a music video, right?
Okay.
With real guns. They said, we don't support this. You want to go to jail? I said, because when they come here, all they know is you're T.I.'s kid, you're Boosie's kid. All these guns around, none of them are registered. You guys going to jail. Oh, yeah, why? For sure. For what? Now, I'm not saying Little Boosie and T.I. didn't have their stint, but they woke up. You hear them in certain interviews on podcasts and, saying, yo, listen, we got to stop this. This is what they want us to do. They want us to kill each other. They want us to be dumbed down so they can take over everything and everybody's living underneath them. Why do you think the whole Serb thing happened when we had COVID? There's a lot. They wanted to see how many people were willing to sit at home and take money and do nothing.
Yeah. Government takeover.
Right? So you look at Puff Daddy.
Isn't that the craziest Diddy party right there? Is that the people who are in position of power, they still want to go and party with P Diddy?
Well, it's not that they still want to. Oh, they're funding they're funding it, bro. I just told you, like Epstein.
That's it.
They're funding it. So guess what happens? Damn. Puff Daddy, boom, here you go, bud. Here's some money. Go do your thing.
Sounds
Yo,
crazy.
we need this. We need that. We need this. All right, cool. Yeah, you can come to my house. They didn't know Puff Daddy was recorded. Puff Daddy was recorded because guess what? He knew at some point in time he was going to have to use his evidence to get himself out of trouble. If not out of trouble, if I'm getting burnt, we all getting burnt.
Dang.
We all going to the same dock for the same thing.
So isn't this why the tapes ain't out yet?
The tapes ain't out yet because there's a lot of people implicated.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
And you know what 50 said?
So shouldn't they all be thrown out?
No, but you know what 50 said when they said, come to those white parties?
Stupid, I'm not going to let you get the chance.
He said, hey, stupid.
Stupid, I'm not going to let you get the chance.
Huh? He said, I ain't going to let you get the chance. Because guess what? There's numerous interviews dating back at least 5 years ago of 50 going heavy at Puff.
Right. Yeah.
Yo, he's a fruit pop. This, that, and the third.
Yeah.
You hear Mace, what?
Man, he was
like a year ago.
Yeah.
With Cameron, talking about things.
Even that.
Finding things in washrooms. And funny man things going in. You see what I'm saying?
They had it bad. I mean, even if I'm looking at the Bad Boy staff, a lot of them just left her under the earth right now. You know what I mean? Just sleeping right now.
It looks like
Black
Mason's the only
Rob.
one walking around. Mason
You know what I'm
Loon.
saying? Yeah.
Mason Loon. The
Yeah.
only two walking
So that-
around still somewhat here.
So that's it. Them Diddy parties can get you there.
But I don't think they were part of those Diddy parties. Justin Bieber, Usher, they were part of those Diddy parties. Meek Mills.
Oh, the newer. You think it was after that bad?
You think
boy?
Jada Kiss was part of those parties? Remember, Jada Kiss was Bad Boy. JD the Locks was Bad Boy.
Yeah, but I think they separated from Puff.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But there's still somewhat of ties. Fabulous is right. Like yet again,
Contractual,
there's a lot of people. You know what? Pull up the first little thing here.
Everybody going down. I tell you, this is actually probably could be the hottest takedown of the century. If there was how they take down cartels and they say, oh, we got 100 and some odd people involved in this, and they're all going to jail. Or even the January 6th now. People who are just in the park across the street went into the good jail for however long and can't get out.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they recently got, I think they're almost on Vindication Road.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, go ahead, fam. Go on and read this one off.
Here's everyone caught in the web of Sean Diddy Combs allegations so far. My goodness. Sean Diddy Combs remains in a Brooklyn jail while awaiting a May 5th trial on federal charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. The hip-hop mogul has pleaded not guilty on all charges and has been denied bail twice thus far. Before and after his arrest, Combs has also been served, or has been served 12 civil lawsuits for physical assault and more. I wanted to say grape, but I read the word.
It'll be blocked.
The indictment and many of the lawsuits named Combs numerous business ventures and claim they are complicit in financing and enabling the rapper's abuse inside and out.
Stop right there. Stop right there. How many times did I say this?
You just said it. Just recently.
No. I said just recently, right? I said I'm telling you, they said, yo, here's the money. This is what we want. Do this. Do that. The only thing that they had no control over is knowing that he was recording everything to cover his ass.
Yeah. He probably didn't even know where anything was in the house. You know what I mean? He probably had spyware everywhere.
Dude, they say there's cameras everywhere in the house.
You'd have
everywhere.
It's funny nobody sweeps it.
Why would they sweep it?
Exactly right.
Oh, we're going to post. We're going to post party. Sweep what? What are we sweeping?
So is Puff gonna be able to even help himself in this by having these videos?
You know what, bro?
What are these videos mean?
Just run the next clip, and
What's
you gonna
the next
know why.
clip? Let's go.
Run the next clip. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
it gets deeper, my brother. It gets deeper.
I think they honestly have to take it down from the top down. It's crazy.
Okay.
You got to rebuild again. What's this? Who's all involved? What's up?
Just for y'all. This is Jeffrey. Okay.
Oh yes.
Godfrey. Okay. I messed up his name. One of the actors that was against Vlad. Now one of the people that was on his platform that said he's a vulture.
Vlad is almost an officer.
Well, it's not even that. Like, yo, shouts out to Marlon Wayans. Shouts out to Marlon Wayans and Shay Shay.
What happened with that?
Because Vlad tried to play him for a sucker. Oh, you ain't worth 40,000 views. He went on plug. Jesus, peace. He went on Club Shay Shay. The numbers. Hey, Vlad.
Yeah.
Eat it backwards. I ain't gonna say the rest. You should know. You do this. You part of that Harley Weird. But anyways, bro, run the clip.
Now, ever since P Diddy went to jail, a lot of people are leaving their jobs. I have a list of people that are like stepping down. Nike CEO John Donahue has stepped down. That's why Nike has the best slogan, just do it. He's like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm out of here. We have CEO of Nashville, Sony Music, Randy Goodman. He's stepping down. CEO of Warner Music, Japan, Kaz Kobayashi. He's stepping down. We have CEO of 300 Entertainment, Kevin Liles.
Does anyone else find it a bit suspicious that the day after Diddy got arrested, the CEO of Warner Music's 300 Entertainment, Kevin Liles, stepped down?
CEO of 300 Entertainment, Kevin Liles, announces his resignation on 9/17. CEO of Nike, John Donahue, announces his resignation 9/19. Kaz Kobayashi, CEO of Warner Music Japan, announces his resignation 9/18. Max Lusada, CEO of Recorded Music, announces his resignation 8/1. Julie Greenwald, Atlantic Group Chairman, announces her resignation 8/6. Randy Goodman, Sony Music Nashville Chairman and CEO, announces his resignation 9/18.
A lot of stuff going down ever since P Diddy went to jail. A lot of people.
And that, like, you know what? Even as a musician, right? I got a distribution through Level.
Yeah.
And it's through Warner Music Group.
Crazy.
And Warner has sent me an email prompting me to move my distribution over to another distributor. That is for real. If the CEO of Warner has stepped down, you see the shakedown of the company. Come on.
Well, it's not just Warner. Like you, Nike, all these people that were frequent at these Diddy parties, which lets you know. Even the mayor. Mayor said, "Yo, I'm out of here." He said, "Ooh, they're coming for all of us."
Money, the fame,
and you know
the
what?
Debauchery.
Listen, people, I'm not here to.
I've been using that word lately.
I'm not here to promote any type of foolishness. I'm not here to reason foolishness, right? But what they classify as sex trafficking for some of these people, I don't understand, because if I'm a single man and I'm talking to a single woman and she can't afford to fly out to where I'm at or to travel to where I'm at, and I pay for it and we have relations, that is considered trafficking.
Oh, it is?
That is ridiculous, though.
What?
Like, I thought it was you take people under their own, against their own will, and they're doing that. Not somebody willingly coming to service you.
There's a whole TikTok reel of just that.
Right? Like, that's what they're doing to people now.
I'm telling you.
Right? So it's just like, there's a lot of people, like Dubai, you guys better stop. You better stop.
Yeah, too.
You know what you do with those EIG models. You better stop.
Yeah.
Because they tightening the noose now. They're not reasoning foolishness, which I still believe is foolishness. I'm not promoting it. Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? I'm not into that. But still, if two consensual adults want to do something and one of them has to pay for the experience to happen in the sense of traveling. I'm not talking about the actual, but just traveling because they have the means to do it. That shouldn't be classified as that.
That's intense. She would have to claim that the flight was intended for just a flight, and then that this happened.
Right? So, but I'm not trying to defend Diddy. Don't get it twisted.
No, but we have to understand even that you brought up part of the law, right? Even you brought up part of the understanding of if you just pay for the flight, you could be under some duress, then
it's just like, what? That's wild.
I didn't know any of that.
But Puff Daddy, you R. Kelly, Epstein, you guys, your day coming, right? And everybody that was involved with Puff Daddy, just because you stepped down, don't mean you ain't gonna get hung right beside him. Sorry. As much as y'all want to hide your deviant activities, it ain't gonna happen, Playboy.
They're hiding behind taking him down too.
That's what they're trying.
So instead of going down with Diddy in terms of all these alleged things, right? So they'd rather stand on the side of the law and say, Diddy, you are guilty, and try and keep themselves.
Well, 50's coming out with a documentary surviving Puff Daddy. They already did the surviving R. Kelly. They're doing the surviving Puff Daddy.
I thought it was already
Like, it's crazy. But
The way his promotion and marketing.
50 a monster for that though. 50 a month. 50 is a monster.
I see
Like
it on my PS4, on my Netflix, it pop up and say, "Yo, Surviving Diddy or something." Right, a Diddy face right there. It's
right?
like, no
It's
way.
crazy. But hold on though.
So why are they promoting it?
You know why they're promoting it. The same way they
Why are they
promoted
using
Survivor.
that money though? Why are they trying to get money off of Diddy right now?
Why wouldn't they?
That's crazy though.
B.
But because he's going through all the allegations he suffered and all that, so they have to make a whole.
I wouldn't even say so much.
Stream
I'm not saying so much the allegations. It's,
I don't know.
listen, we build them up to tear them
Explain
down.
why.
We build them up to tear them down.
I'm saying if he's such a monster, are we trying to exploit his monster on everyone? Saying, like, yeah, you know what I mean? If he's really such a bad guy, why do we have to put him everywhere and show him to everybody?
You're asking the wrong brother.
You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is they love to make money off of us.
Yeah, and that's it. And keep promoting the evil. You know what I'm saying?
Whether
and that's
it's
according to their plan.
Yeah, well, you heard people say good or bad. Publicity is publicity, right?
Sure.
Fame is fame.
But he ain't getting the money for it. That's the whole thing. So somebody else is trying to sell him, and that's even more wicked. Like, for real, somebody else thinks it's a good idea to actually promote the sex trafficker, allegedly. And, like,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think it's so much
The
that
Epstein, why are they trying to keep that quiet?
because there's people in high places that are implicated with it. So the fact that these people who are presidents, mayors, politicians, police officers, wardens, CEOs, business moguls, CEOs of liquor companies, they're all in bed with it. It's like what I say about when it comes to drugs. I tell people this all the time. You can go ahead and blame the drug dealer all you want.
Okay.
But that white stuff don't grow over here. It's got to come here, right? And there's only so much of it that they sneak through themselves before it's like literally somebody saying, hey, I've got such and such coming through. Here's some bread, man. Just make sure it gets to where it needs to. Take what you got to take out of it, but make sure this goes through. Like, and as a politician, there's always somebody's pockets getting lined. You feel me? Always.
It's theirs.
So when it comes to this with Diddy, there's a bunch of people's pockets that are getting lined, whether he goes to jail or not. Because they're going to make money off the whole thing. Look at O.J. Simpson.
For years.
For years, right? But then they make the documentary. People still making money off. He's dead right now. They still making money off of him. Did he do it? Did he not do it? Who did he hire? Who was the guy? How did he do it? The glove didn't fit.
Exactly it. Yeah.
Right?
So they hide the details so that nobody knows and then they sell the lie.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what it's based on. Like everything. And yet again, Cat Williams, shouts out to Cat Williams because, he said he had to protect that virgin booty hole. He said sometimes did he want to party?
4 times.
And you got to say no.
That's right.
When a grown man says that on a platform and 5 months later,
straight cut.
5 months later, some of the stuff he talking about. And you know what the funny thing is? I don't think people go back and watch the one where he's in the green jacket and he got I think he got the Dipset chain on. Okay? He said I go to parties and there's stuff going on in these other rooms.
Oh, right.
And I walk by a room and say, hold up. Oh my God.
Right.
I didn't know you get down like that. That lets you know automatically that even at that time, and that was early 2000s.
You trying to be famous. You didn't know you were going to drag him to here. You know? Really?
Right? People, and fame and fortune is a wicked thing, B. There's people out here, even doing podcasts or whatever, they willing to sell just to get fame. Look at what's going on in the world today in general. Yes. People are dying and making money off of being stupid. Stupid. They're making money and dying over stupidness.
Yeah.
That's why even right now, even when it comes to rap, like I love rap to death. Like the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef,
Yeah.
I enjoyed the battle, and I'm
Okay.
happy that nobody got hurt. But then, you know, to see Top 5 come out of jail off of that attempted murder thing, and he talking reckless about nobody from Cali can come to Toronto. Shut up with all that, bro. It's just music. If Drake never mentioned the man's family, we don't know where Kendrick would have took it. I don't think Kendrick would have went as far as he did. But
Yeah.
you mentioned the man's family.
And he told
You know what I
you in
mean?
the records it's because you mentioned his family.
You know what I'm saying? He said, let's just keep it rap. Let's
Yeah.
keep it rap. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yet again, all around.
But
the
then
wor-
again, if you wasn't doing the things like they're saying Drake allegedly was like the Diddy, or they're trying to make Drake the new Diddy or something like that. This is crazy.
Hey, listen, man. I sent a couple people this guy called What's Dirt. Check him out. He breaks down a lot of these battles, these lyrics, right?
Go.
And there's some implications on the boy Drizzy. Partying with underage kids.
Just some
Girls are
bars- some bars he's
17,
dropped.
almost 18. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm not saying that he's doing anything he's not supposed to be doing. I'm just saying it's weird that you're partying with underage children.
And that your management would allow you to come and sell these records.
Well, no,
promoting this, that,
he has to sell his records. You
No,
see
like,
that 360 deal he
so
got?
He was selling it to. So, was he purposely selling it to underage?
Yeah,
Those records.
those of course. Listen, for people who don't understand this, you can call Drake hip hop all you want, but Drake has quoted himself saying he's the king of pop. What does that tell you? That majority of his music is not for us. It's for the kids, for the kid bop. And you know what's crazy? Bounds of Opinions and Bounds of Opinion Sports are acronyms, are bop and bops. That don't mean we soliciting to kids. That is just an acronym to shorten up the name. That's it. But he's out here selling bops.
Selfless plug there.
Oh, damn
Shameless
straight.
plug.
Shameless, what you mean? We plugging this all day. You know how long we haven't been doing this? This is going to have to be like a regular thing. You guys are going to have to get us at least twice a month. You know what I mean? Break it down something. But,
That's a long time too, man.
like I
You're
said,
doing
you know.
3 times a week, right?
Yeah, well, I mean.
Baby crushing this, so you better get to it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know, twice a month, they go get a full episode, a bunch of clips, you know, until it starts making some money, we get some sponsors, and then we can turn it up. Once it can replace my day job,
Telling
then
you
we
the
gonna
straight
turn it
plan.
up.
He's letting you know the straight up plan.
Hey,
All
that's what I'm saying. The minute I'm making what I make working out of town with these podcasts, you're gonna see me every day. Okay? You're gonna see him every day. Okay? When we get in a little bag, good proper bag for the work, it's there. But
No Diddy.
pause, no Diddy. We ain't gonna take that. But no, like at the end of the day, this stuff, all of this has been going on for years.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like there's
And, like,
no
this
way
operation
Hollyweird has
is-
been Hollyweird from time.
Yeah. This operation is definitely grander than even Hollywood as a city. I think it's more like a culture. I think all this Hollyweird is a culture, and they're trying to maybe promote it to the rest of the world.
Hey, there's a few actors, I'm not gonna say no names, but they let me down, man. I rocked with them, and then I found out what they was rocking with, and I had to like,
Don't let them down.
it's not let me down. And this is another. I hate to be this guy. This is the reason why I have love for Kendrick Lamar. He's never portrayed to be a gangster. He's never portrayed to be a pimp or some tough guy. All he's been doing is telling stories that all of us, some point in time in our life, have experienced. That is it. That's why I rock with him. Even J. Cole dropping the last little song where he's bigging up Drake and trying to, you know, get people back on his side for making him feel like a sucker for bowing out. Cole, I commend you for bowing out. That smoke is heavy. You know how I know that smoke heavy?
What's heavy? Like
Drake been trying to put on music for the last 2-3 months and ain't nothing hit. Why? Because Not Like Us been killing it.
trumpet.
Okay? They playing
Can't even
that
stop.
everywhere.
Anywhere you go, you hear not like
Anywhere,
us, you can't play
everywhere.
anything else.
Okay? I'm Canadian. That bumping in my house all day. I don't care, B. You want to know why? Because
they're not like us.
It's not even so much.
I'm saying the Diddy party over there that Kendrick talking about. Kendrick talking about that. And not like us.
And you know what's crazy too? He even did a song, The Party Dies. And it's just everything. If you go through the whole web and go down the rabbit hole, that's super deep. Pause. Super deep.
I wonder how much, like, because he's so famous and like probably have been invited to these things. You know, he may not have gone, but these things he's obviously been in and known and been aware of. You know, how long has he been aware of it? That's a good question to ask.
Hey, he said it in the song. He said, "Yo, listen, there's some people out here promoting this stuff and allowing it."
Yeah,
allowing it. So, like, yet again, I'm not here to be the moral police. I'm not here to tell you that I'm the best person in the world and these people are scums. That's not what I'm here to do. All I'm here to do is open your eyes. There's the red pill or the blue pill. You heard?
Leave it in the comments. You know,
red pill or the blue pill. And I ain't talking about that whole relationship, man versus woman ish. I'm talking about this. Not even so much being woke, but being aware of everything that's going on and seeing the correlations to things, seeing how everything is tied together. Because that's the biggest thing, right? The biggest thing is, okay, you see these predators? Okay, you know that 99% of these predators are wealthy. They're not me and you. 9 to 5 in it. Gotta hustle and bustle. Those aren't the predators, bro. The predators are the ones that say, hey, listen, man, you want that part on this new movie? Why don't you come sit on this couch beside me, yo? And let me spit some game in your ear. Or come to my house. We're having a pool party. Come meet the rest of the cast members. You know what I mean? And it ends up being a casting couch. They end up on the bang bus. Okay? So, you know, keep your mind clean and your booty hole mean, all right? Oh, man, I'm going to hell for half this stuff, man. I know it. I'm sorry.
I'm saying he on the right track with all of that, though. You got to stand. You have to have some ground for yourself. You have to have do your own research nowadays because obviously you're going to get a whole lot of propaganda. You got to be able to say no to a lot of things that might save your life. You know what I mean? You got to also be able to just do your own, get a bunch of skills and do your own thing. You understand? Get yourself stable so then you're not always wanting everything from everybody else. Then you might not have to sell that.
You heard?
You might not have to sell that. You get?
You heard?
All right. That's all the way from Rundle.
R to the UNDLE.
Yeah.
Original OG.
But it's been a great show, man. One more time with you, man. I want to mad props. You know,
hey, man, it's been a minute, yo. Trust me. You're going to see this setup for a while, and then the setup's going to get better. Either I'm going to get the room upstairs ready to be able to do it, depending on how things go, or the living room will be set up a lot better. You won't see us holding on to the mics. You're going to see the setup looking proper, you know what I'm saying? But, before we get out of here, though, you have some new music coming?
I do.
Because I keep forgetting to do this at the end of pods because I don't think people realize Phoebus is a musician. He's not a rapper. He's a musician. He makes beats.
Playing keyboard.
Yeah, he does all that. Joint does most of his own producing. So you know what I mean. I just want you to understand, like, you know, when we talk about hip hop or we talk about certain things, we're not just guys that are sitting on the background, just listening, waiting for the next beef or the next new hot song. We are embedded within the culture, within Calgary, which, you know, could get better if half these guys would stop acting like they brand new. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. From your guy Kang.
We can work together.
Yeah. You know, we're going to end it off on this. One thing I've said consistently through all these pods. If us as a culture, black people, if we work together, you do not understand the heights we can reach. You don't understand the way our kids could live. You don't understand how we could grow as a community. But if we keep with this whole red eye, my product's better than your product, they have us all. There's no slavery up here in Canada. Yet we moving like we slaves. Like there's house Negroes and field Negroes. There ain't no field no more, my G. We all house Negroes. All of us, bruv. Because I live in the house, don't I? I pay bills, don't I? I push my own key, don't I? Have my own Veeks. This guy can shake his head all he wants. It's the truth. Because when you're talking about field and house Negroes, at that time, there's people that were living better than others. I can't sit here and say I'm living better than anybody.
Well, based on the same thing. Because they would be offered the house if they were willing to sell out the field.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I ain't selling nobody out. I work my 9 to 5. I've got these pods. Phoebus works his 9 to 5. He's got his music. He's got his things going on. So, you know what? Let me correct myself. We're all field Negroes. Okay? All of us. Every last one of us. The government is the biggest pimp. And guess what? We all on the plantation.
We just found out that from the field, the house Negroes have been Diddy partying. And so we got to do our own thing right now in the field to build our own house.
Yeah.
That's it.
But we all need to work together, man. So, you know what I mean? To all the creators out here, you know, in Canada in general who have got podcasts, don't be afraid to hit up, even if they're a smaller channel or bigger channel than you, don't be afraid to hit them up and collab, man. We can get stuff cooking. You know what I'm saying? Even in America, we can get stuff cooking. This whole trying to be one entity, a separate entity from everybody else, we need to stop that. We need to get together and get money like these other cultures are doing them. Because guess what? These other cultures are winning. It's facts.
Yeah, and we're losing in the moral part, which happens to lose in our economy and culture part and community part.
Because all we selling is death.
And we're killing each other and putting each other in prison. So, if you don't want to hear the truth, I guess you don't come to the stage right here, right?
But anyways, it's your boy Kang ECG and my boy Phoebus. All right, episode 50 done.